Welcome to the closing session for the 72nd Annual Missouri Youth in Government State Conference. During this session, we will recognize the outstanding work done by you over the past few days. Your presiding officers will recognize award winners within the program areas, offer their closing thoughts, and at the conclusion of the ceremony, they will announce their successors for 2021. I'd like to begin by going over the bills that passed today that I will be signing. First up, I have Bill number 105 by Casey Kavlovich from Chaminade, titled "To Implement Media Literacy Courses in Missouri Public Schools." Next, I have Bill number 302 by Abby McCallum from Timberland High School, titled "An Act to Provide Better Healthcare for Women in Prison." Third, I have Bill number 208 by Mark Shapiro, also from Chaminade, titled "Missouri State Energy Planning by 2035 to Replace Coal." Bill number 403 by Joel Kilgore from Lee Summit North High School, titled the Missouri Employment Education Grant Act. Bill number 212 by Alex Miller from Chaminade, titled "A General Election Over the State Flag." Bill number 416 by Daniel Wilson from Timberland High School to ensure salary equity in Missouri. And finally, Bill number 213 by Quinn Reiser from Chaminade College Preparatory School to amend section 115.225, mandating the use of ranked choice voting in presidential elections. I'm now going to pass it off to our media directors to recognize their award recipients.
Our first award is the Outstanding Article Award. This award is given to a delegate who displays proficiency and dedication through their writing. Our recipient for the Outstanding Article Award is Riley Biggs from Lee Summit West. Our next award is the Outstanding Media Delegate Award. This award is given to a delegate who displays exceptional knowledge and dedication for journalism through writing, video, and social media. Our recipient for the Outstanding Media Delegate Award is Maddie Cantrell from Lee Summit West. Congratulations. We've reached the end of this year's conference, and I couldn't be happier with the outcome. Without even interacting with people in person, it was still clear to me that many of you wanted to be here. You cared about what happened, and you aspired to be involved in any way possible. Instead of choosing laziness and apathy, I saw countless examples that reminded me exactly why I love youth in government. The perseverance, dedication, and enthusiasm that showed in many of you this week was inspiring, and it reignited my own passion for involvement. I urge you not to lose that drive. Take what you've learned here and apply it to your future. Cooperate with your peers and seek solutions to the problems that we face as a society. Our world is constantly changing, along with the people who keep it running. Regardless of what you envision for yourself down the road, politics and government will still impact your way of life. Remain conscious of your values, seek to educate others, and always remember the memories, lessons, and friends you've made at Youth in Government. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to thank you. I just want to thank all of you for attending this conference. It has not been an easy year for any of us. We've all had struggles this year in one form or another, but it is how we overcome those struggles that make us better people. And I believe that all of us will come out on the other side as better people and with more friends than before this conference. I know I've not been able to meet a lot of you, and I am sorry for that, but I believe that each and every one of you is destined for great things inside and outside of YAG. You each will carve a path as the future leaders of YAG and make youth in government a better place for everyone to enjoy, learn, and grow. In conclusion, I hope you all go forward with new perspectives and ideas to help youth in government grow, and as well as your own schools and communities. Thank you.
All right, and now we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Judicial. First things first, I would like to say that everybody in Judicial did a wonderful job this past weekend, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you for coming out. So with that being said, the Supreme Court will reverse the decision made in the Court of Appeals, siding in favor of the petitioner, who was represented by Lena and Raina Baker. Congratulations, guys. Additionally, we would like to hand out a couple of awards, starting with the Fantastic Judge Award. And we would like to give that to both Sarah Green and Haley Donaldson. Great job, guys.
We will give out some attorney awards now. I would just like to preface this by saying you guys all did absolutely amazing, and I saw so much improvement, and I am so impressed with all of you. For outstanding attorney, it will go to Abby Fry from the Lee Summit North delegation. Best new attorney will go to Ellie Reed from the Lee Summit West delegation. Hardest worker goes to Ava Wisniewski from the Lee Summit West delegation. Strongest speaker goes to Tom Smith from the Chaminade delegation. And most compelling argument goes to Tony Mazzalo from the Chaminade delegation. Good job this weekend, guys.
It is with a heavy heart that I say goodbye to Missouri Government Clerk Convention. It is here that I found my true calling in life, and it is here that I gained the confidence I still have today. There is no single event in my life that has changed me more than YAG. So in true Jim Fallon fashion, I would like to write a few thank you notes. Thank you to Ken Hussey and Jacob Lauer for making this event possible. I cannot imagine putting up with hundreds of argumentative teenagers, so mad respect for that. Thank you to the Youth and Government team for changing the convention's name from something classy and timeless, YIG, to the ever atrocious YAG. Thank you to the Lincoln Room for giving me a home during early December. I, however, do not miss the ugly carpets the Capitol Hotel had everywhere. Thank you to Zoom for making questioning much more awkward and difficult than it should be. However, I was able to wear jammies from the waist down during every trial, so thank you for that. Thank you to the walk from the hotel to the Capitol building. You taught me how to properly walk in heels, and you have also taught me to bring Band-Aids everywhere. And finally, thank you to the judicial kids that welcomed me my freshman year as one of their own. I do not know many bonds that are as sacred as this. I'm forever grateful for the lessons I've learned from YAG, and it is an honor to serve as your 2020 Missouri Youth and Government Clerk Convention Chief Justice. Thank you.
2 years ago, when I arrived at the Capitol Plaza Hotel and Convention Center, I was completely unprepared. I didn't have a blazer, a case. I didn't even know I had to write a case. And I thought my partner, who was also my roommate, was slightly annoying. I ended up writing both of my cases at 2 o'clock in the morning, so you can imagine what I was thinking when my advisor called me at 7 a.m. to make sure I was awake. When I answered, she said, "I hope you know you are running for Attorney General next year." I was like, "Okay, Rhonda, whatever you say," and I didn't think anything of it. At the end of the conference, I ended up making it to semifinals, and I fell in love with youth and government. A few months later, I got an email that many of you will soon receive talking about Kona. I applied and I got in. I went to North Carolina with 23 other Missourians and a couple extra people from surrounding states, with only kind of knowing one girl, Katie Mead. That week in North Carolina was one of the best times of my life. I debated, questioned, and talked to so many people from across the country. They are some of the kindest, most intelligent, incredible people I have ever met. I was completely immersed in the YAG and Kona world, and I didn't want to leave. So late last year, I decided to listen to my advisor, and I ran for Attorney General. And here I am standing before you today. Youth and government made me who I am. I found my voice here, my purpose. My partner from my first year is now one of my closest friends, and I've gained many more from YAG and across the country. So thank you all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you to all my friends for being an absolute inspiration, both Abbeys, my Kona people, Governor Mead, and all of the POs. Thank you, Rhonda Ireland, for always pushing me and dealing with my craziness. Thank you, Ken and Jacob, for having this conference and always bringing a smile to my face. Everyone here, all of you participants, is absolutely amazing. You are strong and you have the capability to change the world. So don't let anyone drag you down. Thank you so much.
All right, I think it's now my time to go ahead and recognize some award winners. So the first two people who will be winning a Bill Award is Bill 212 from Chaminade by Alex Miller and Bill 305 from Lee Summit North by Mallory Hubert and Katie Phillips. Also, my two award winners for the Outstanding State Person Award is Quinn Reiser from Chaminade and Camden Hill from Timberland. My fellow Missourians, it is now at this time that we come to the end of this road for me and many of you seniors out there among us. The great poet Emerson wrote that life is a journey, not a destination. And so it is with a heavy heart that I encourage you to look for the new path that you will find. In this life, we find ourselves at many crossroads and many difficulties. These past few months have tried many of us, but I would like to commend everyone for not only keeping true to themselves, but to those around them by coming to this convention and arguing for the ideas that they believe in and that they feel are of need in our great state. I would like to firstly thank my advisors in youth and government, Tavish Whiting, Tracy McGee, Brian Glensky. Thank you so much for helping me along this way. Secondly, I would like to thank the person who got me to join this club in the first place, Governor Katie Mead. You and I both know of our many conversations during sophomore year of you pestering me to give this little thing a try, and I greatly appreciate you for doing so for what it has done for me. I would like to thank my fellow legislative POs, Lieutenant Governor Patrick Hill and Speaker of the House, Louis Garr. It has been a true pleasure to work over our set of legislation. And I would lastly like to thank everyone in the audience. Your input here has been invaluable in showing that all of us have ideas and we want to see change. And so at the end of this journey for me, I would like to say thank you to my friends and family. God bless the troops, God bless the great state of Missouri, and God bless these United States.
All right, so my award winners for Best Bill, we have Bill 403 by Joel Kilgore from Lee Summit North High School delegation, and also Bill 416 by Daniel Wilson from the Timberland delegation. For Outstanding Statesperson, firstly, we have Connor Brown from Lee Summit North's delegation. And secondly, we have Abby McCallum from Timberland High School delegation. For the final time, good afternoon, my fellow Missourians. This weekend, I was reminded time and time again why I love this program. Thank you for your dedication this week. In your futures, I pray for good fortunes and lives full of learning and progress. The ability to unite, engage, and succeed through this virtual medium shows the fiery passion we all share in our hearts for government, politics, leadership, and making this world better than it was yesterday. I thank you for this passion. Be true to yourself. Always nourish your soul with the elixir that is honesty, for through honesty, we can rid the world of so much darkness. Be someone's reason to work hard every day. For the connections and bonds we form here are what makes this program beautiful, and more importantly, life itself. I wish the best of luck to our future presiding officers. Lead this program diligently. Show up to everything, put in new ideas, and be the best speaker or presiding officer you can be. When I began my campaign for Speaker of the House last year, I started with a few pieces of paper, a speech, and a dream. No material incentives or bribes, no big donors or super PACs, just a passion for politics and a commitment to this program. I was always true to this program, and I hope you stay true as well, because the passion and ideas matter most here at Youth and Government. Finally, I wish to conclude in the tradition of some of our historical greats. Like former presidents George Washington with political parties and Dwight Eisenhower with the military-industrial complex, I conclude my tenure in office with a stern warning. And unlike the warnings of Washington and Eisenhower, I hope you heed it. This election year, more than ever, we have witnessed the fragility of our democracy. My experience in this program has proved to me that we who participate in youth in government are truly the future leaders of this great state and great union. Therefore, I leave you all with the responsibility to cherish your democracy, to improve upon your democracy, but most of all, to guard your democracy, and to guard this democracy with your life. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. I'm going to start with my awards. So for Outstanding Bill, I have first and foremost House Bill 213 from Chaminade by Quinn Reiser, and House Bill 106 from Lee Summit West by Emma Nelson. For Outstanding Statesperson, I have Ken Zobri from Chaminade and Matthew Gerber from Lee Summit North. Congratulations. Youth in government has always been a changing program. I remember when I started freshman year, I was in the novice house, which now most people in this call probably don't even remember. It was a very fun chamber with just 30 of us newbies all learning how to navigate this program. Then come sophomore year, the house is split. And we all had to once again learn how to navigate a program forever changed by the increase in numbers of people willing to participate in this great program. And we again had to continue to figure out just how to navigate that come my junior year. And now here we are. Yet again, a changed program, as we're not even in the Capitol building, and yet we were able to make the most of it. We had some of the best debate I've ever heard and some of the best bills I've ever seen brought to the floor of this convention. And I'm eternally grateful for everyone who spoke up and for everyone who wrote bills and who was willing to debate passionately and make this such a great convention. This convention is only as great as those who are willing to participate in it, and all of you made it amazing. That being said, for the presiding officers next year, you guys will be inheriting a program once again forever changed, and you will have a nice clean slate. And so I encourage you, make this program the best program it can be. I wish all of you the best of luck, and I suppose goodbye.
Good evening, everyone. When I first joined this program my sophomore year, I had no idea what was in store for me. I was on the legislative side and was pretty nervous to share my bill. Fast forward 2 years later, and I became the Secretary of State for this year's convention. Youth in government has played a vital role in my life. This convention showed me that my voice has magnitude, and our voices, when we come together, can make a difference. I learned the importance of civic engagement and what it means to be a true citizen in our nation. I've developed the 4 core values of YAG: caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility, and will utilize them throughout my entire life. Hearing others' perspectives is something anyone can do, but true leaders go the second mile and listen to understand one another. John F. Kennedy's inaugural address inspired children and adults to see the importance of civic action and public service. His historic words, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country, challenged every American to contribute in some way to the public good. I challenge you all to mirror these wise words and make them your reality. Be the change you want to see in the world, and always remember the power that rests in civic engagement. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. And for one of the last times, I'm your youth governor, Katie Mead. And besides the fact that I love this program, you should all know that there are probably going to be some tears coming at some point during the next few minutes. My favorite president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, once said, "We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future." While I would normally agree with the man, this week has shown me he might have been very wrong at some point, and you might have proved him very wrong. It's simple. We've taken it into our own hands. We are building the future we want by practicing democracy in the best way possible. You've taken it to yourself to come present a bill you've researched and written, studied an appellate court case and learned court procedure, and most of all, you've participated in youth in government this week. I know I haven't talked about it, but things looked really different this year. This wasn't quite what I was expecting my time as governor to look like. However, if you know me, this is something I say a lot, but it's odd how sometimes the things you need the most happen to find you. Going into this week, I was a little nervous for how exactly all of this would work. I can tell you the past 4 days have been ones that have showed me your grace, your talent, and your passion. The one trait I can see through everyone I saw this week is that you want to be here. The definition of leadership, in my opinion, has drastically changed during this time. It's now about your ability to look at things with the glass half full, the eagerness to participate, and learn to be flexible. In my book, you have proven you are here for a reason, and you have showed your leadership to your peers, your presiding officers, and myself. I'd like to give each of you a huge thank you to every single one of you for coming to this conference. You had a choice to participate in a different type of youth in government this year, and you said yes. I've loved the opportunity to cross paths with you, and I can guarantee this is the beginning of a friendship that you can always count on. I said it at the beginning, and I'll say it now. Please don't ever hesitate to reach out about anything. This program is something I've gained a love for the past 4 years. I came to this environment scared, way out of my comfort zone, and convinced this wasn't for me. I'd like to say I've challenged myself over the course of my youth and government career. I started terrified as a judicial delegate. I've always been someone who was really in my head when it came to doubting myself and what I could accomplish. I craved to be someone who knew how to speak their mind and wasn't fazed by public speaking, but it was just never me. After my first state experience, I was determined to be better. I started attending as many youth and government conferences as I could, but slowly but surely, I started to gain some confidence. I was finally starting to have some weight behind what I had to say. This time last year, when I ran to be your governor, I thought of myself as someone who didn't have the outspoken leadership ability to earn this position. It hit me right as I walked up to the podium to give my campaign speech in the Capitol that the only person limiting my ability to do well in this situation was myself. I look back on the times before then. Every time during a round when I was asked a question, I would fluster myself to the point where I didn't even know what I was being asked. At the Conference on National Affairs, every time I thought I had something to say, I told myself to let someone else go because they probably had better things to say. I didn't take chances, and I was in the way of the person I wanted to be. Today, I look back again, and if I could tell myself one thing, it would be to take some chances because they won't ever hurt you here. I'm filled with gratitude for this program, and I'm forever thankful this has changed my life for the better. I encourage you to soak this in. Take every opportunity, go to Advocacy Day, compete for a national Conference on National Affairs spot, run for office, and most of all, don't take it for granted. Let this program define you. It can and it will, as long as you're all in. I've learned to speak my truth through Missouri Youth in Government, and even if my voice shook at first, I'm proud to say I've loved being your youth governor. I once read that passion fuels purpose in life, and I hope your passion for democracy leads you great places. Just remember that laws do not generate change, but passion and devotion and ideas do. Before I close, I just wanted to say a few thank yous, just like everybody else who has contributed to my youth and government career. Thank you to the Lee Summit North delegation and my judicial team, my family, Mr. Whiting, who always seemed to push me a little too far out my comfort zone to make me better, my Kona friends and fellow delegates, the youth governors I have the opportunity to lead with. Thank you to the 8 presiding officers you see here up alongside me and growing close to me, who regardless of the situation, we didn't complain once and came ready to host the best YAG online conference that you've ever seen. To Abby McCallum, we've talked about this day for years, and as much as I dread the end, I wouldn't trade the past 4 years of memories with you for anything. I'd like to thank Ken Hussey and Jacob Lauer, who have worked tirelessly to make this happen and contributed to the change and continue to take a chance on me year after year. And finally, you all, thank you for allowing me to serve as your youth governor this year. My time as your governor has come to an end, but I'm thankful for the memories, the honor, the friendship, and the opportunity of a lifetime. While I may be sad this is my final year, I have to remember this is what makes it so special. My youth and government career has been fulfilled with the experience and love I've encountered in this program. At the end of the day, I've learned Missouri youth and government is not about where you are, but it's about who you're with. I cannot thank you all again for spending this week with me, and I will take this with me forever. So for your last time, I'm your 2020 Youth Governor, Katie Mead. We will now announce our 2021 presiding officers. I would just like to say you have all taken your campaign in stride this week. I'm so excited that you decided to help lead this program and continue this legacy. We will begin with our Attorney General, Angelica Dry.
Thank you, Governor Mead. I would just like to point out that all of the candidates this past weekend have done absolutely amazing, and you are all phenomenal. I met your next Attorney General last year, and I can truly say she is lively, kind, and a great leader. And I know she will be a great presiding officer next year. Your 2021 Attorney General will be Raina Baker. Congratulations, and now to introduce your Chief Justice.
We're gonna go ahead and skip this one, so will whoever's next go ahead and take it.
Yeah, all right. One of your next speakers will be Camden Hill from Timberland High School. Congratulations, Camden. In our many conversations over the past 4 days, I've gotten to know you, and I am truly pleased to see you do this. I think you will be a phenomenal leader and a great presiding officer. Thank you.
Your second Speaker of the House will be from the Lee Summit West High School delegation, Annika Tissay. Congratulations, Annika, and good luck next year. Work well with Camden Hill, because I know that Ryan and I really excelled when we really bonded together. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Your next Lieutenant Governor is someone who I know very well, from Timberland High School, Nora Pryor.
Your Secretary of State for the 73 Annual YMCA YAG Conference is Matthew Gerber from the Lee Summit North delegation.
To go back to Chief Justice, I've known her for multiple years now, and she has grown so much, and she is such an amazing, kind person who has finally found her voice. Your Chief Justice will be Sarah Green from the Lee Summit North delegation.
And the moment you've all been waiting for. While I'm sad to go, I'm confident that I'm leaving your leadership in good hands. You've witnessed their talent and dedication to Missouri youth and government this week. Your next youth governor is driven, passionate, and fearless. The 2021 Missouri youth governor is Lucas Lowry from Timberland High School. Lucas, I wish you the best of luck. I know you're going to absolutely excel in this position. I think you're definitely fit for the job, and you're so deserving. So if you ever need any help or questions or anything, you know who to ask. But with that, I know I'm leaving this program in great hands. And we're going to go ahead and invite our new presiding officers onto the call. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who participated. I know I got a little emotional, but this just means so much to me. With that, thank you to all the advisors who helped us participate in this program. I know things looked a little different this year, but at least we got to have a conference. I was talking with someone a few days ago, and we were joking that like this wasn't really the conference that we wanted, but this was the conference that we needed. I felt like I definitely got drawn in by your grace and your passion to be here. Like I said in my speech, it was a little uncertain about how this week would look, but I've never been more confirmed that this is where real people, real leaders are. You guys have definitely showed up this week, regardless of how it looked, and I believe our presiding officers are starting to come on, but we're so excited to be able to host an online conference. Really quickly, before our new presiding officers join the call, I just want to wish them luck. They're going to excel in these positions, and I'm so proud that even, like I said, regardless of circumstance, they came to show up and still campaign. With that, I hope that you all wish them luck, and you will congratulate them on their new titles. Another big congratulations to our winners, and thank you to all of our candidates this year. At this time, I move to adjourn this.